Yo, what is up, you guys? I'm back for another video. In today's video, we're gonna be reacting to some more llama arts. It's been a whole month since I reacted to some llama arts. Peep the Corey Kenshin merch. You know what I'm saying? Really shout out to Sanaya. She really had to cop some. Ooh. Man, you already know how I feel about Corey. If you're new around here, make sure you go watch the other videos. Go watch the other llama arts videos. You already know how I feel. If you've seen these videos of me reacting to llama arts, you already know how I feel about llama arts. This man, he's a fraud, bro. But we're gonna like, cause y'all like him. Y'all like the reactions to llama arts. So I'm gonna keep doing it. Hey, you new, hit that subscribe button. We need that 900. I need that 1K. There's really nothing else to say. It's about hide and seek. It's a horror story with hide and seek. That's all I know. And we're just gonna jump into it. Let's go. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing.
Oh, what's happening? 8 people. Whoa! What's up? Whoa! What's on my chat? What's on my chat? Who in the chat? Who in the fucking chat, nigga?
Like I always say, the video is right here. We do it every single time. Let's get to it. Let's get to the reaction video. What? Hide and seek horror stories, you see it. I don't know what I'm expecting. Llama arts, bro. You on thin ice. This might be my last llama arts reaction video. Come on, what's up? What's going on?
When I was a kid, my parents would sometimes bring me down to my aunt and uncle's place to stay for the weekend.
Okay.
Mainly, I'd spend time playing with my 2 cousins who were around the same age as me.
Okay.
They lived on a small farm with plenty of open space, and we could run around doing pretty much whatever we wanted.
And honestly, those are the best spots to go to, especially if you're a kid and you love to be outside. Low-key farm. I've never been to a farm, but looking at this land right here, you know how many football games you can play? Nah, that's crazy. No, that's actually fire.
If we thought we could get away with it, the 3 of us would sometimes cross over to the neighboring farm about half a mile away.
Okay.
It had been abandoned for decades, with a scattering of derelict buildings and other structures still standing on the property, just begging to be explored.
Okay.
This was, of course, a gold mine for 3 adventurous young boys such as ourselves.
I can see why they would be curious to do it.
Especially after my cousins told me stories about the deaths that took place in the house.
Now that,
It was pretty classic fare. Man goes crazy, axe murders his entire family, hangs himself, returns every night as an angry spirit looking for new victims.
Whoa,
Good, grisly stuff. Even at that age, I knew they were probably making it up, or at least embellishing old rumors. But seeing as how the setting lent itself so well to such tales, I allowed myself to buy into it. One afternoon, we decided to play hide and seek.
Okay.
When it was my turn to hide, I ran off.
Honestly, and I hate hide and seek, bro. I honestly hate hide and seek. You wanna know why I hate it? Because, bro, when we play hide and seek back in the day, bro, first of all, we would hide and people would just cheat. Like, it's not fun. And then when I was the one seeking, I would get so frustrated and so, like, annoyed, especially if we played in big neighborhoods. You know how long that took? That took forever. I hated seeking, and when we hid, I always got found first.
Flimsy brown barn that had living quarters on top, and climbed the stairs looking for a good spot. There was still furniture inside, and personal belongings lay scattered across the floor.
Ew.
I maneuvered over broken dishes, tattered clothes, and crumbling books, eventually coming to a small room with a closet.
That picture, what the fuck?
There were even long black dresses still hanging on the rod that I could hide behind. I stepped inside and managed to force shut the folding door.
They're tripping. I would never go
My
near
only
those
illumination
clothes,
was a slit of sunlight that shone through the crack in the door from a nearby window. I crouched down with knees tucked into chest and waited.
So excited.
Some time passed, and there was still no sign of my seekers. I waited some more, debating if and when I should give myself up. Okay. After nearly an hour, this was starting to get boring.
Yeah, of course. And that's another thing. It does get boring. You fell asleep?
I woke with a jerk. It was pitch black.
This kid is stupid.
Drowsy and confused. I forgot for a minute where I was or what I had been doing. As it came back to me, the realization that it was now nighttime and that I had been abandoned here filled me with sinking dread in the pit of my stomach.
Heck?
I tried to get up, but a sudden cramp in my calf kept me grounded. I squirmed about, waiting for it to pass, when I heard a door slamming shut downstairs, and instantly froze. One of my cousins?
Nah.
There was a brief period of silence. Then footsteps at the bottom of the stairs. But not just footsteps, a thud too. After every other step. These weren't the footfalls of a child.
Oh, look
They
at
were
that
slow,
dog, bro.
heavy,
What the
deliberate.
fuck?
I held my breath, praying they would go away. They did not. The noises continued to ascend.
If it was a ghost, this would not be happening. So I don't. Maybe there's an actual person that lives there still. I don't know.
After another moment of silence, the walking resumed. This time, along with a steady scraping sound, like something heavy being dragged across the floorboards.
No way his
The
cousin
footsteps
died, bro.
made their way through the debris and wandered aimlessly through the various rooms. I thought I could smell something faintly putrid.
I know
The
that
constant
smell,
scrape
bro.
sent cold shivers coursing down my arms and back.
Oh, that
My
smells.
worst fears were realized when the steps reached the bedroom doorway. They got closer and closer, and finally stopped directly in front of the closet door. I couldn't see a thing.
Me neither.
After an agonizing pause, they continued on, over to the other side of the room and out the doorway again.
What are the odds, bro?
They faded away down the hallway.
So his cousin
I
died
waited
from
for
a
what seemed like an
homeless dude?
eternity. There were no more sounds now, and I was trying to build up enough courage to open the door and flee. 3 things happened simultaneously just then. I was bombarded with a smell I can only describe as fresh roadkill.
Yeah. That's literally what it smells
I
like.
heard raspy breathing behind me in the dark closet.
Don't ask how I know
and
what
I
a
felt
dead
hot
body
breath
smells like.
against the nape of my neck. That was enough for me to hurtle myself out from the confines of that nightmare space, relying on memory and scant
Run!
moonlight to navigate through the darkened house. All the while, I heard footsteps chasing behind me, closing in with terrifying speed.
Oh my god.
It was a clumsy, torturous escape full of
Bro,
trips
dip
and
out,
bumps
stop
and blind
falling.
stumbling. I never looked back. At least, not until I had burst out the front door and into the country
So
night.
where's...
And when I did turn around, I saw absolutely nothing. There were no more footsteps and nobody was chasing
These
me.
are how these stories ends. They don't know
That
nothing.
didn't stop me from running though, all the way back to my aunt and uncle's house. There was a police car in the driveway when I got back. My parents were there too, worried sick. Everybody demanded to know
Oh,
where
good
I
thing
had
his
been.
family's alright.
Apparently, when my cousins still hadn't found me by evening, they'd returned home to tell their parents. Eventually, the police were called in and informed me that they had already scoured every building on the farm. The insinuation that I was lying about my whereabouts didn't go unnoticed. None of it made any sense.
See, this is the shit I'm talking about llama arts. So you're telling me, you just seen all that blood in that house. That kid knows exactly where that house is at. Why, if they thought he was lying, and the parents just sitting there just, be like, hey, I know the exact spot. There's blood, there's people in there. I'm gonna show you the spot. This man gonna be confused why they don't believe him. If they checked every place, they would have seen that place because apparently there was rumors and it was popular for being haunted. This is what I'm talking about, llama arts. Like these stories, I'm done. All right, this is my last time reacting to llama arts. We're gonna watch a little bit of this, but I'm telling you right now, these would never make sense. Why would the kid not show the police officer that there was blood?
It wasn't until years later that one of my cousins filled in a final piece of the story. He and his brothers had spent hours searching for me like they said, but the part they didn't tell anyone was that they thought they spotted me in the window of the bedroom I was hiding in. And when they got closer, they saw that it wasn't me. A young boy neither of them recognized was smiling and waving down at them and gesturing for them to come upstairs. That's when they ran back home. All of this while I slept in the closet.
What a dumbass. Now listen, that's it. So like I've been saying, these stories will never make sense. They just don't. Why wouldn't and then he says that left out part where they didn't tell the cops or nothing. You seen a boy smiling and waving at you at a window that you thought was your other cousin. Let's not say a word to nobody. Like, come on, man. Nowadays, people just need to talk. This story obviously is not real. Llama arts, stop saying your stories are real. They're fake as fuck. They make no sense. I'm mad because it's just like, that does not make sense. Things that don't make sense make me angry. You know what I mean? But this is probably the last time I'm reacting to llama arts. Let me know what I should react to in the comments. This shit don't ever make sense, but Like the video, subscribe if you are new. I'm not playing it. I need that 1K, you know what I mean? If you're new, why am I always saying that? Why?